Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the regular session of the Marion Council for Monday, August 23rd, 2021. Please join us in a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Normally we would go right into housekeeping, but I have to give a shout out to the little ones that did an awesome job with the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Are you available every second Monday and fourth Monday to lead us?
What grades are they in?
What grade do you do?
I'm going into
You gotta
fourth.
say loud.
I'm going into fourth.
Going into fourth
I'm going into first grade.
and first grade. Congratulations. Thank you. So our town administrator, Jeff Fleetwood, is going to give some housekeeping announcements, and then we'll begin.
Again, tonight, I think you all saw, and that you probably read, face coverings are required. There is hand sanitizer on the table to your right. There is a public restroom outside in the hallway. Warm water and soap is available. And if you get the desire for something cold to drink, water, it's in the water cooler around the hallway as well.
Thank you. So item number 1 on our agenda is the approval of the minutes, and we'll start with item 1A, the executive session minutes for August 9th, 2021.
Motion to approve the executive session.
I have a motion by Councilmember Nur
Second.
and a second by Councilmember Burrell. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And let the record reflect that the executive session minutes for August 9th, 2021 passed unanimously with all council members present. Item number 1B is the statement of closure for our executive session that was held on the 9th. So I thought I did there is the back part. Thank you. So the statement of closure is the time of the closed session was held was August 9th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. The location, the vote to close was done live on Facebook and here in the council chambers. After the vote was taken, we moved to the meeting conference room next door. The purpose of the closed session was to discuss opioid class action litigation. The date and time that we returned back to the public meeting was August 9th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Councilmember Nur made the motion to go into executive session, seconded by Councilmember Orris. The vote was taken with Councilmember Burrell and Councilmember Nichols in favor. Councilmember Purnell was absent. The statutory authority for closed session. This meeting was closed under the following provisions of the General Provisions Article 3-305B, item number 8, and that was to consult with staff or consultants or other individuals about pending or potential litigation. The items that were actually discussed during the meeting, the topic was opioid class litigation, and the discussion was ongoing national class action lawsuit regarding the opioid crisis. The persons present for the discussion were myself, Mayor Tyndall, Vice President Dean Burrell, Council members Nur, Nichols, and Orris, the Deputy Town Administrator, and our Town Attorney, David Gaskell. All right. And then agenda item number 1C is the approval of the regular session minutes from August 9th, 2021.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion by Councilmember Orris
Second.
and a second by Councilmember Nichols. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And let the record reflect that the regular session minutes for August 9th, 2021 passed unanimously. Item number 2 is the swearing in of boards and commission members. We'll begin with the BZA. So we'll have Mr. Joe Moore, Mr. Woody Bunting, and Mr. Doug Parks come to the front if you don't mind. Can we shake hands? Congratulations on being nominated and accepted by the council. Thank you. So we'll do this together. So if you line up right here for a nice photograph, hopefully from the press. And Raise your right hands and repeat after me. In place of name, please put your own. And then for the board or commission, you're going to say Board of Zoning Appeals. So I
I, Joseph Moore,
do swear and affirm
do swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States,
and that I will be faithful
and I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland,
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of Town of Berlin,
execute the office of Board of Zoning
well,
Appeals.
Town of Berlin, and then we'll say the Board of Zoning Appeals, but it's okay, you're a little ahead of us. You know this better than I do. According to the Constitution and laws of this state.
According to the Constitution and laws of this state.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Actually, before you go back to your seats, Kelsey needs your autograph.
Oh, okay.
If you don't mind. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, sir.
And then I have one for you. There's a fresh pen. I touched it, but I can't keep it if you want. Thank you. Thank you. Making the trip.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you again. Thanks for that, too. All right, up next.
Berlin Falls Commission.
All right, up next, we're going to have the members of the planning, or the Historic District Commission come up. So we have, is Miss Mary Moore here with us tonight?
I haven't seen her.
Okay, well, if she comes in later, we'll do her oath of office. I see Mr. Norney Bunting and our new member, John Holloway, if you could come up here. Congratulations to both of you as well. Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Come on over this way so we can get a good photo, hopefully. Raise your right hand and repeat after me, where I say name after I, insert your own. And then after Town of Berlin, Mr. Moore got a little ahead of himself, then we'll insert the Historic District Commission. All right, so I
John Holloway,
do swear and affirm
swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States,
and that I will be faithful
and I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland
to the state of Maryland,
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of the Town of Berlin
execute the office of the Town of Berlin
Historic District Commission according to the Constitution and laws of this state.
according to the Constitution and laws of this state.
Congratulations. And then we'll get Miss Moore if she comes in. If not, we'll get her to the next meeting.
Thank you guys.
Thank you again. Congratulations, everyone. We'll give them one more. All right, item number 3 on the Mayor and Council's agenda is motion 2021-19, motion approving the use of Stephen Decatur Park tennis courts by Worcester County Recreation and Parks for tennis stroke clinics on Tuesday, September 28th and Tuesday, October 5th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we have Mr. Myro Small with the recreation program for Worcester County.
Good
Thank you,
evening,
sir.
Mr. Mayor. Good afternoon, Council. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
On behalf of the Worcester County Department of Recreation and Parks, I'm here to propose our department offering our adult tennis clinic, which will be held on Tuesdays. The dates of September 28th and October 5th from 6 to 7. This program is open to ages 14 and up. The program will be instructed by Bruce Stewart, who's worked for us in the past as a professional tennis instructor. We have held this program for the past 3 or 4 years, and we average about 15 to 20 participants at Stephen Decatur Park at a $3 per drop-in fee.
Very nice. Now, will this have any impact on the painting that's being done?
Said the tennis courts.
Oh, tennis court. I'm sorry, I'm thinking basketball. You just got done with that, right?
Just
And that was a
got
good, while we're talking about it, that was a good turnout?
We didn't have the turnout we anticipated. It was a little light this summer, but we'll try again next summer.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Wishing you the best. Any questions for Mr. Small? If not, we are looking for action by the council this evening.
Move to approve this request.
So I have a motion by Councilmember Burrell
Second.
and a second by Councilmember Nur. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And motion 2021-19 for recreational tennis stroke clinic passes unanimously. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Town Council.
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for the continued programming.
Not a problem.
And also congratulations again on the bathtub racing.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Yeah, we crushed it. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Agenda item number 4 is from We Heart Berlin, and I believe Mr. Tony Weeks, the president, is here. This is for motion 2021-20, motion for approval of the donation of 6 basketball backboards, 6 basketball rims, and 6 basketball pole pads at Dr. William Henry Park. We'll take these separately. All right. Welcome and thank you.
Hello there, how are you guys?
Doing well, thank you.
Great to see you all. Great to see you all. So we're back here again because since the last time we left, and now we've raised another $17,000. And with that, we would like to upgrade the backboards, the rims, and the pole pads at Henry Park. And we're here to seek your approval for that. And I don't know if there's much else I have to say other than I've spoken to everybody I possibly can on this panel. I have gotten Mr. Fleetwood in touch with the people who are going to be selling us this stuff, and there will also be a person installing that stuff when it's time, helping us do the install to make sure we're done and doing it correctly. I've spoken with the chief in regards to securing the park and what we plan to do as far as that goes, and that will entail taking the existing backboards and rims down, and then when it's time and we're done painting, we'll be putting these brand new ones up, and it will look like an entirely brand new court.
Yes, it will.
So the old ones come down before the painting starts?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it.
And that's one of our security measures.
And you do get a lot of vibration from those rims and backboards that are there now. I mean, so this is a huge improvement.
Correct. So, in a matter of weeks, we've done $26,000 of money for that park. So
We like that.
I'm saying.
we're pretty excited about
You
that.
can keep that up.
Yes,
Yep.
that is the goal.
So,
Just,
Tony, this equipment is readily available for shipment?
So it takes about, it's a month lead time. So we're right at the cusp of perfect. He's actually waiting for me to send him an email to get the production rolling.
so we are looking for action this evening.
And before
And this-
you, go ahead.
this equipment meets all of the industry standards.
I believe it exceeds all standards. It's sort of what Shelton, the gentleman who's doing the artwork on the court, it's what he's seen going at other installations, and it is who he recommended we go through. And this technology is actually pretty cool. It's a clear acrylic backboard that has holes punched in it, so that actually disperses some of the energy coming from the ball. It gives it a truer bounce. And with the breakaway rims, even if kids can, or even if somebody could dunk the ball, there's really a low chance of the backboard even breaking anyway because of the breakaway. But it's also heavy, heavy acrylic, so it's made for this.
And what I would say, Jimmy, Charles, and I both have gone out and looked at the existing holes and how the backboards are configured. Tony got the gentleman, the supplier, if you will, for the new backboards in touch with us. It appears to be a fairly simple retrofit. And as I shared with Tony, we'll get out there, we'll give it our best shot. I can't promise you 1, 2, 3, or all 6 in one day,
Of course.
but we'll give them up.
We appreciate that, sir. And thank you, Councilmember Nichols, for getting us pictures of the backboards so we can send them to the manufacturer.
If there are no more questions, I would like to move to approve this request.
So I have a motion by Councilmember Burrell. Second. And a second by Councilmember Orris. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And motion 2021-20 for the approval of the donation of 6 basketball backboards, rims, and pole pads passes unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
And stay seated. I think we have another agenda item number B, which is the special use of request for the park for the basketball court unveiling at Dr. William Henry Park on September 26, 2021.
Yes. So we are putting together a small 1 versus 1 and 3 versus 3, and then later on in the evening, two 5-man teams going against each other in sort of a, call it a tournament, if you will. This will be the first year of a tournament there. We don't look to have any vendors there. We just want to have some, actually, we really are hoping you guys all come for the dedication at noon. And we'll have all of you all take some of the first shots on the court, if you would.
So I'll practice up.
Practice up. And then from that point
Our
forward,
next meeting will be held there. And it will last all night.
from that point forward, we're going to have a, what's that?
I told them to speak for themselves.
Well, it says ladies first, so you'll be first.
I got this.
Ladies first.
So what I'm hearing is a 3-on-3, and we're going to put a team together for up here. Come on, you and I will be the first 2. I'm sure we can get one of these.
You know, we obviously hope to grow it in the years future. I would love to see this turn into a Flower Street Festival. I would love to see food and vendors there next year. But for this year, we realized we can't do much. But we can have a court unveiling. We can have a small little tournament there, and that's not going to take too much resources to make happen. So we're here to seek approval for that on the 26th. And we have to seek special approval because we're not 60 days out.
What time?
Well, we plan on starting at noon and wrapping up by sunset. So I'm guessing 7:30, 8 o'clock will be the OG game.
The OG.
Yeah, so AJ can explain.
So it's essentially what I plan to do is get together some of the older gentlemen that used to play out there. When I was a kid.
Ladies, hold on.
And ladies.
Stop for a second. You cannot call this older gentleman and forget about, there's some fabulous female basketball players in this town.
When I played out there, I didn't see many females out there.
Oh, come on.
So we plan to get together some OGs. If ladies want to play, they can
Older
play.
girls, older guys,
They can play.
whatever you want to call them.
However.
So we want to put together 2 teams that go, and we want the younger generation that play out there too. So sort of like a bragging rights thing. With this. So I want to put that game together. Yeah.
Something like y'all used to do in the yard.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Move to approve.
There is a rain date of October 2nd, I believe.
That's correct. That's correct.
Move to approve with the rain date.
Second.
So I have a motion by Councilmember Burrell approving September 26th as the primary date and October 2nd as the rain date. And I have a second by Councilmember Nichols. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the special use request for the park on September 26th passes unanimously. Thank you.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see this.
Thank you all very, very much.
Same way.
Appreciate it all.
Bringing some excitement to this.
Agenda item number 5 is motion 2021-21. Motion awarding the bid for the window replacement project for Town Hall to JT Construction and Home Improvement in the amount of $43,635. And the town administrator, Jeff Fleetwood, is going to run point.
I'm waiting on Vanna White to get the, put it,
Thank you.
don't put it on the table, don't put it on the table.
Why not?
Because it is scratched. So, we actually had we had 6 bidders, 5 of the 6 submitted their bids on time. 1 did not. The bidding prices went anywhere from $43,600 all the way to $98,000. The organization that we wish to award the bid to was JT Construction and home improvement, I'm gonna say it like it is. Prior to Jimmy Charles coming to work for the town of Berlin, he was in the business where he sold stuff to vendors. And Jimmy has had nothing but good experiences with his JP. So I asked JP to give me a reference, and he gave me one for Waldorf, Maryland. I called Waldorf, and it was a resounding, we would bring this guy back again to work. They spoke very highly of him. The window itself, the grills, the minions would not be, or the mutants, I'm sorry, would not be present on the windows, but we could not get a sample without, other than what you see. But the color, the mayor had discussed liking black, and I will tell you, I kind of like that as well, but did not price the trim, the paintwork, if you will, be done. So the contractor said he would prefer to stay with the green, to stay in line with his pricing. They will replace any rotten wood, paint the exterior to match, and then the inside would be painted to match what's down there now.
It would be white. It'll come in white. It'll come with this latch. It'll lift
And
up.
they actually open and shut.
Yeah.
That's a novelty.
What a concept.
And
You'd be surprised.
Oh, you clean it too, inside.
Now, they will not be tinted, right?
They will not be tinted.
no,
Okay. The contract, all the contractors that I've actually spoken with said there's probably a 4 to 6 month lag time on windows right now. So this would not take place probably until after the turn of the year, maybe sooner. But that, I want to be realistic with the supply chain, so. But all in all, very pleased with the window. It's an Anderson window.
Now,
And this is pending HDC approval, okay, and then they will meet sometime in October.
Can you tell us what HDC means?
Historic District.
Yeah, I know that, but they don't.
I'm sorry, the Historic District Commission.
Thank you.
now the other thing is summarize the, first of all, the color. If we get working windows, Jeff and I have talked about this, we don't really, as long as they're functional and they're doing their job, if we go green or black, it really doesn't matter. But the second thing is that can you just inform everybody of the amount of windows that we're replacing?
There are 36 windows that will be replaced, all of them with, Anderson.
7.
37, I'm sorry, there's 37. Replaced with all new Anderson windows, seal caulk the inside of the windows, removal of all trash and debris, and then the painting and on the inside now, turnkey.
Now, does that leave any of the windows that still need to be replaced, or is
No.
that everything?
That takes care of it. It takes care of everything in town hall with the exception in the old police department. There's a small window in the bathroom.
Okay.
That window is 20 years newer than the rest of the windows in the building. So it's fine, it doesn't need to be replaced, and you can't see it anyway.
How many first floor and how many second floor?
How many? You can't run on that.
There's like 20 on the top. And because there's only 2 on the bottom,
Doors.
3, 4, there's 6 across the front and the side, and then there's only 4 across the back.
Correct.
Now-
Probably-
So just to clarify, you said 37 windows, but their contract says 33.
We're going to do a change order on that one window.
We miscounted when we put our bid out.
Well, that's no more than one. You said 37.
Well, it's
you said
36.
33.
And the contract says 36, but there's actually 37 windows.
The
Okay.
contract says 33, right?
No, if you go to, I don't know what you look at. I got a letter from JT Construction dated July 29.
It says 33.
Right.
Yeah, and
Removal
it's been
33.
updated here. I'm sorry, you did not get the updated.
Can you just make sure we all?
Yes, I will get you a copy of this.
So the cost will go up.
No, it's 36 windows at 43.6.
And we need 37, so
Correct, that's not.
so it will go up marginally.
Marginally.
By one.
Yeah, now the next question is that we budgeted $50,000. Is there, I know that some of our doors and stuff have some issues as well. Is it worth getting some pricing on that also?
It is, but I can tell you that $6,000 is not going to cover the
Okay,
doors.
well, then
It's
that's
not
fine.
gonna come close.
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, no, it would not totally cover it. yes.
Okay, so that's perfectly fine. Coming in under $50,000. And Natalie, that means that 50% of the 43 or whatever it's going to be with the additional window, 50% of that was coming out of,
Sakura.
yes, so the portion that's not going to be used that we were anticipating using was the 50,000 would go back into facade grants. It could be sent out, right?
Well, my understanding will apply for 25,000 from the facade grant.
I think we can
Towards the
only do
cost.
50% of the project, right? Isn't it? I'm pretty sure we can only do 50% of the project.
That I can answer.
Okay, well, we'll find out the specifics of it, but.
There's no other questions, I'll
Yeah,
make a motion.
I have just one more question. This is just for town hall.
Yes.
So Dave's place is not in need of,
He's getting a new roof this year.
But these are all still pending the historic district approval, correct?
The windows.
Right. So what's our plan B? If these guys say no, what do we do next?
I talked to Carol.
I think that we'll have good success.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
you're looking at a window that doesn't really compromise the integrity, and they're functional, so I think they're gonna look much better. A lot of the windows we have, Natalie's office, the mayor's office, you could literally reach through some of the pane.
Yeah, well, I don't know all of the guidelines of the historic district. I just, you know what I mean? I know that it's stringent on some areas. But these, I mean, looking at them, they look historic. But just wanted to make sure that those guys, you know what I'm saying, that we're not getting all excited and hyped up over these windows and they're gonna get to line item 84 and say,
There's not a lot of other options other than this type of window
Yeah.
that fits this style.
Gotcha.
So
Right.
they only have so many options to go from, and this is one of the better types of windows.
and this is gonna make us more energy efficient and all those great things, and, right?
Help keep water out and make it healthy, yeah.
The mayor's office,
Fresh air.
those sashes in the mayor's office are so rotten. There's a couple windows you can literally take your finger and push right through the sash.
Oh my gosh.
And Natalie's office, you could check the weather by standing beside it. There was very little difference between indoors and out.
Well, this is exciting, even if it doesn't happen until January or February.
And a lot of them are painted shut, so at least it adds another security feature as well. We could actually get out if you needed to.
Right, safety.
Don't jump.
Fire drills start,
I'm on first floor.
all right, so we are looking for,
So,
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve 2021-21, awarding the bid for the window replacement project for Town Hall to JT Construction and Home Improvements in the amount of 43,635 plus one
thank you.
window.
So I have a motion by Councilmember Warris for motion 2021-21 for the contract award plus one window.
I'll second that.
I have a second by Councilmember Nur. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And motion 2021-21 passes unanimously. Thank you.
Great job,
And
man.
thank you both for your hard work on that. And for lugging the window around.
Yeah.
He's good.
All right, agenda item number 6 is the town administrator's report.
Well, let me first of all, Ivy Wells and Dave Engelhardt both did not feel well, so they had gone home. So Ivy had sent me her report, so let me read that real quick before my phone dies. From the world of economic development, some of the businesses in Ivy will be presenting a donation check to the museum this Friday at 4:30 p.m. to thank them for the outstanding Peach Day in Berlin this year. The Brown Box Theater Project will present Shakespeare's, quote, Much Ado About Nothing, end quote, Saturday night, September 4 at 7:30. Pitt Street will be closed to traffic. You got that? This is a free event, bring a chair and enjoy.
location?
Pitt Street.
Pitt Street.
Wait a minute, they're doing the play on Pitt Street?
Yeah.
Where?
Between Maine and
Yeah, they shut down the road.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Okay. Berlin Main Street has won a Traveler's Choice Award by TripAdvisor. This means that Berlin is listed in the top 10% of places to visit worldwide. Yeah, that's pretty big stuff. Okay.
So does that mean we can say we'll leave the light on for you?
That's plagiarizing. Okay. Leave the chandelier on or something like that sounds better. And then Ivy will be on
We'll leave the
vacation.
window open for you.
And then Ivy will be on vacation September 3rd through the 12th. I have nothing from Dave Engelhardt, but I do a couple things that I want to share. Last Friday, I consider it good news, had a pretty lengthy conversation with USDA. The police department and Valerie Mann had made application for the USDA grant for the vehicles. Originally, it had been declined, denied. We are now going to receive $24,300. Okay. So, Chief's got a couple things to button up, but it all looks like it's a go to get that 24.3.
Thank you again for that.
We don't have check in hand yet. Everyone goes out tomorrow.
Okay. I asked all of you to take a look in your junk email. The ribbon cutting ceremony for Tim's solar array is scheduled for September 16 at Schoolfield Street between the hours of 11 and 1. Lunch is provided. Secretary Tung from MEA will be present. I need you to RSVP to that invite. If you can't find it, give me a yell or just shoot me an email telling me that I am attending. I do want lunch. And then I can make sure that they order the appropriate lunches.
What time is it?
11 to 1. 11 to 1.
On the 16th of September.
On the 16th of September. Okay?
Thursday.
I do want to talk a little bit about, I think it was last Friday, Jamie, we had a deluge of rain. We actually had in that morning, I know when I got here, it wasn't raining. I got about on the other side of Main Street and I got my butt wet because I go for my walk. We had a little over 2 inches of rain in 35 minutes. So it was a lot of rain real quick. Yes, we had some flooding in town. We did pretty much what we could do. I want to applaud Jamie over on Maple Avenue. He went over and, with the construction going with Willows, we did do some, what's the right word, Jamie? Modification to help out with the backup of water. It helped. But again, a lot of rain in a very short period of time. The other thing that I'd share, I know over at the Willows, we did have another snafu that was, thanks to Jamie, it was discovered. The Willows construction folks at some point made a comment to Jamie about they were getting ready to mill an overlay from the entrance down to Elizabeth. And Jamie said, I think you're supposed to be doing all the way to Flower. So he come to see me, we got the letter of agreement, we went back, and I believe that's to be buttoned up now. You agree?
Yes.
Okay.
They're waiting until after some of that heavy machinery.
That's right.
Well, we have control over that, so we did tell them that they couldn't do that until when they pave, the paver leaves, that's when it's going to be done.
They just sweep themselves out when they leave.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay?
Nothing behind.
Nothing behind. The homes off of Flower, their progress is just unbelievable. If you've not swung by there and taken a look, it's incredible how fast they're putting stuff up. It appears with both contractors, building material now is a little bit easier to get and going down in price. So they're on schedule as well. Matter of fact, the superintendent told me that he was ahead of schedule. Okay. New street sweeper, Jimmy, just fill in the blanks on that. Good, bad?
Working well. We've hit every street. And we've had a lot of community come out and say, we've never seen sweepers down these streets, so we're trying to hit every street in town. Even the streets that don't have curbs or gutter bends, we still went down, like Railroad Street, gentlemen called, so we went down and did the main part, and then we actually set a route, which we're fine tuning right now, and we'll probably hopefully get it onto the webpage in September.
Fair enough.
Okay. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Any questions for the town administrator?
How many miles of streets do we have here in town?
I've got it on the tip of my tongue, but I don't want to tell you incorrectly. Can I email that to you?
Sure.
I mean, I've got it downstairs.
Sure.
More than one.
I'd like to think so.
Any other questions for the town administrator? All right, departmental reports. Tim, do you want to kick us off?
Sure.
For electric utility director, Tim Lawrence, sorry.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have a few things to report on. As Jeff said, Willis of Berlin, they're moving along really quick. We actually have finished installing the primary and all the transformers for all the apartment buildings, so we're just waiting on the electrician to install the service cables from the transformers to the building, and then we'll go in and connect them. Then also on North Main Street, I'm sure you're aware of the vehicle. It did some damage and that type of thing. It knocked down one of our street lights. We ended up replacing that. And then also various locations, just tree trimming, that type of stuff. Also wanted to let you know that starting Wednesday, we're going to start meter readings, so we'll be out and about in people's yards and that type of thing. But also I wanted to report on peak shaving generation. We ran a total of 16 times so far since January 1st. And out of those 16 times, we have hit all the peaks that are necessary. The highest peak was set on Thursday, which was August 12th. PJM was 149,000 megawatts. DPL was set on August 13th, which was 3,960 megawatts. Also, the power plant roof project, where they're going to come in and redo the roof and everything, that is going to start the week of September 9th. So they'll be starting that week on that project. Then also, one more thing, the accent lighting, we're going to start that project actually tomorrow. The first trees that we're going to do are the ones across from Stevenson Church. We're going to completely finish them, and then I'd like all of you to come out on one night and take a look and see what it looks like and get your opinions on it. We can change the colors and fade it and whatever you want to do with it. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Any questions for our Electric Utility Director, Tim Morris? All right, up next is our Chief of Police, Arnold Allen.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
We are making contact with all of the public schools and the private school. The public schools are actually having their meet and greets, so we're working with them on their dates, making sure that we take care of the traffic issues that are going to be happening. Actually laid out some plans with Buckingham Elementary School. We know that everything is set up at Stephen Decatur Middle School so far with that, with no issues, and we have to make contact with the intermediate school. Again, when we have new students coming in from different schools, you actually have large crowds. Buckingham is going to actually do a barbecue, so it's going to be a festive time, and it's going to be a long period of time, from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the evening. We're also working with our allied agencies and planning for the upcoming events, the H2O and the Bike Week that are coming in, with the great show of force that Ocean City will have. We're already expecting an overflow or push out from the county with H2O. They're very mobile. They're social media generated, and they can move on the drop of a dime. So Walmart can be the place for everybody to be, then it could be the slots, and then it could be wherever. So we're trying to go ahead and prepare for that and make sure that we're flexible and providing assistance wherever may be needed. That is my report.
Chief, when is the H2O thing?
H2O is at closer to the end of the month. Bike Week is like the second week.
Right. Okay. And we're talking September.
That is correct.
Yeah.
It's Labor Day, beginning of school, Bike Week, so it continues, and we have to feel a little bit sorry for Ocean City, just a little bit.
Well, thank you for being a good partner. Any other questions for the Chief of Police? All right, seeing none. Gaspo, got anything?
Got nothing.
All right. Up next is our Finance Director, Natalie Slay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Any questions for our Finance Director? Okay. Up next is Water Resources, Jamie Latcher.
Yes, Mayor and Council, just to bring you up to speed, I've been dealing with the state highway for Route 376 for the water and sewer replacement, for their stormwater improvements and their roadway improvement. At this time, they have had an issue with the contractor. As you see, all their equipment's gone. That's all I have. I called tonight and they've not come to an agreement with this, another contractor as of today. They might have, but at 3 o'clock, the inspector that I deal with does not know yet. So as soon as I hear something, I'll let Jeff know and he can shoot you an email. I don't know any more than what I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know if it can start up 2 weeks, a month, I don't know. I wish I had better information for you, but that's all I have.
Thank you. Any questions for our Water Resources Director, Jamie Latchley? All right. Public Works Superintendent, Jimmy Charles.
I was just gonna talk about the sweeper, but we already have that, so. I have nothing to
Well,
add.
thank you. Any questions for Jimmy? All right. Administrative Manager, Chelsea Johnson.
Good evening. We had the workers' comp audit. I finished that up last week, so that is submitted. They've asked for a couple more things, so I'm working on that. I wanted to say that Jolly Rogers Day was August 15th, and everyone I spoke to that went had a really good time. We had about 80-some employees and family and stuff, so it was about a group of 80 for the town, and they blocked off a little area for us with some tables and stuff, which was really nice. So I think we'll look into maybe doing that again next year. So, and then I'm currently working with the Worcester County Health Department to establish us as a healthiest Maryland business. It's about a 75-page survey about our staff, so it's going to take some time. There's no deadline on it. They just said, get it done when I can. And then I wanted to mention too that I received a compliment about Mr. Charles here. One of the business owners stopped me on Sunday and she had nothing but great things to say about him, so I wanted to make that publicly known. She said he goes out of his way to make sure that they're all taken care of with little things. She said, things you didn't even ask for, it's done, and she really appreciated that. So good job. And then with the heat we've had, we reminded staff to make sure they're telling their employees to take breaks, drink water, go inside if you need to. But we have had a couple heat scares with some employees, so we are trying to make it more of a point to take a break and get out of the heat for a little bit, get some water, stuff like that. So that's it.
Thank you. Any questions for Kelsey? All right. Agenda item number 8, comments from the council. Councilmember Burrell.
I just have a question for Tim. The lights that you would like for us to observe, will they be ready on Monday coming?
I can't guarantee. Yeah. There's a lot of work that's got to be done just to install those right there. So I would say we most likely today, we'll be there.
You were thinking we could do it.
Yeah.
Definitely maybe.
Yeah.
What you were thinking with that one?
I was thinking we could go.
Take a field trip.
Yeah. After, but if.
I'll make it happen.
Hey, Jay Rare said he'd buy ice cream at Allen Creamery for some.
Tonight?
No, next Monday.
Did he say that?
So we're good for Monday around 8 or 9?
Yeah, I'd wait till around dark.
Well, what's the lead time that we would have to provide for like a work session? Even if it's a short.
Around 8 o'clock.
Or 8.
Around 8.
They are all it just says ample notice. So it's really, we try to do a week at least. So I was hoping to get the one that you guys are planning to do on Monday advertised tomorrow.
Okay. Do you would it be like a bad omen if we advertised a work session? So would we have to do it as a work session, or could we just walk down it?
Just walk down.
Yeah, you'll just be on that one.
We can list in there if
You all can walk down there, you're just not allowed to discuss town business.
Yeah,
So if we discuss color changes and stuff like that, is
That's
that
not town business.
okay?
At the end of the notification, I can put that immediately following the executive session, there will be a field trip to Stevenson.
That's perfect.
And I will be driving.
All right.
What did you say?
I'll be driving there.
Mr. Burrell. Okay, we'll let you drive.
All right. Well, either way, we will meet there afterward.
I'm getting ready to check the weather report for the week, just to make sure it's not going to rain.
If not, we can adjust it, but we'll plan on that. I'll
Okay.
I just thought since we would be here, we could
For sure.
do it.
Any other questions or comments, Councilmember?
No, that's all I have.
Okay, Councilmember Purnell?
Nothing.
Nur?
Nothing.
Councilmember Nichols?
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet.
No, you're
I
not.
am, yes, I
No, you're
am.
not.
Shoot, come on, man. I'm focused. Short and sweet. Again, I am still on my little mission, visiting the departments, and I have truly enjoyed the learning experience. I mean, I'm a student for life, and the things that I've learned in these different departments on each and every visit has left me, I'm gonna take my mask down for 30 seconds, like, no joke. I mean, the things in Tim's department, wow. That trip out to the spray sites, man, and I'm glad you got us out of that woods, because I was a little worried that we didn't know where we were going.
Take some mosquitoes.
We got out. So I'm looking forward, I'm gonna keep it short, because I'm early with Jimmy Charles tomorrow morning. I can't wait, looking forward to it. And then after that, Chief, get ready, because I'm coming your way. Other than that, it's not funny, Jimmy Charles. Other than that, I will say, I commend you guys. The day that we had the rain, what was that, Friday? I'm out looking and checking the rain too, because
Sheets.
it rains, and yes, we do get phone calls. But I did run into Jimmy Charles, and we were crossing paths as we were out checking the flooding. Kudos to you guys for all that you do, really and truly. I mean, I know that Jamie was out before both of us checking, and I appreciate all that you did on Maple Avenue. And if I say, I only mention this part because I don't want anybody calling the chief because they see my silver Traverse driving slow down their street. Because I was driving slow down people's streets on Friday checking flooding, and I saw a few folks peeking out their windows. It's just me. I'm just checking the flooding, it's just me.
And just remember this,
Yes.
you can ride with someone else. We don't want you driving in the harsh rain, only essential staff. That's my little PSA for the day.
Oh, okay, well, I'll remember that. And I'm done.
And don't drive through standing one.
Comment on that. I've had a lot of employees say that they appreciate that you do.
We got the PSA.
Down the ground, turn around.
They really need to hear that and interested in what they're doing.
Well, thank you, I truly am. And I've always been told that I ask way too many questions, and if I do, sorry, but not sorry, because I do want to.
Well, thank you. Councilmember Ward?
I don't have anything.
All right, up next are comments from the mayor. I do not have anything either. So comments from the public or comments from the press? All right,
Move to adjourn.
thank you. Second, all in favor, say aye. All opposed?
You can slow down.
Hey, Tim, can I have you for just a moment?
That was quick, right?
Who was your second there?
Troy.
I'm sorry.
Thank you again. Good idea about us.
Yeah, we don't have to make two trips.
That's very true.